So here we are, the 10th and final part of Project 428, our 4-cylinder to 5.0 swap, and the car is complete. Every last little thing is done. Everything is ready to go on this thing, right down to 5.0 tack in the cluster and LED cluster bulbs. Got the AC charged and working, even though it's pretty much 0 degrees here in Canada, but the heat works. Everything works. It is done. It is ready. Brakes are bled. The only thing that the car needs at this point is a test drive and an alignment. So here we are. This is going to be the last part to this car. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this thing outside and see how she sounds, how it idles, and this is going to be it. It's going to be a wrap. All right, here we are. So it's a beautiful sunny winter day here. It is a little cold, I'm not going to lie, but the project is all wrapped up, and well, what does that mean? It means we should go on a test drive. So you can actually hear those Flowmaster mufflers right there. So there were some exhaust notes for you guys. Hopefully that gives you a really good idea of what the FlowFX mufflers sound like by Flowmaster. They are stainless. This is the second car I've used them on now, and I'm really happy with the way that they sound. They're nothing too obnoxious, yet give you a nice deep mellow sound. No 2000 RPM drone when you're on the highway. And again, this is stock headers, stock H-pipe with all the caps, and 2.5-inch in and out mufflers. So it has Flowmaster 2.5-inch tailpipes and the flow tubes. So that is the exact setup on this car, and that's how it sounds. So hopefully that'll help you guys make a decision. If you're interested in a really affordable muffler, I really have no complaints with these. So you can see the car sitting a lot better. Got stock 5.0 springs in the front with a coil and a half cut out of them, and the original 4-cylinder springs in the rear with a coil and a half cut out of them. All of the isolators are installed as well, because that does actually make a difference in terms of the thickness and the overall height of the car. And other than that, everything should be good to go, other than an alignment, but our poor man's alignment should get us in a good position to be able to get the car driven to an alignment shop. See Dale's carrying some LS parts in the back there. Still fighting that LS motor where, oh yeah, LS is easy, just throw them into anything. Well, he's been wrestling that thing in the Blazer for the past 2 days. So let's see if he picks up that part of this video. So there you go, guys. You might notice there is a little bit of corrosion on this car, on the lower part of the rear quarters, and a little bit on the bottoms of the front fenders. And all that sand that you guys might have seen throughout the videos was just caked and filled in there, and there was probably a little bit of salt and create a little bit of rot. The owner's next task for the car is full body and paint, so it won't be too much. You saw how clean that engine bay was, and you've seen how clean the floors are, so that's kind of just a little cosmetic thing. So the car was definitely worth investing the time and money in. But anyways, aside from that, my hands are getting cold, so let's get in this car and go for a ride. Whew. I'm gonna put these windows up here. Well, the good thing about an automatic is that it's easier to hold the GoPro and drive. So the roads are fairly clean today, which is nice. You know, if they were all coated in slush and salt and everything else, then I wouldn't be wanting to take the car out, but everything should be okay. All right, so we're cruising along here. Nice little rumble from the FlowFX mufflers. The car is actually driving surprisingly straight. You can see our steering wheel here. It's pretty good. Like for my hand off the wheel, pulling a little bit to the left, it could be the old country road as well, but can't not do a test drive and not smoke the tires off a little bit. Figure I'm just getting them warm, you know, get a little bit more traction on these cold roads. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way that the car is driving, and the car drives really nice and smooth. Takes the bumps nice with, you know, the factory springs getting cut down, stiffens them up a little bit, keeping the softer four-cylinder springs in the rear and cutting a little bit off them. Can really give you a nice ride and be low all at the same time. So I know some people, they have their reservations about cut springs, but the reality is, if you get the right combination down and right, there's really nothing to worry about, and they can work quite well, like in this case. But the car is super stiff and tight, as you would expect with a four-cylinder car that only has 83,000 original miles on it. It's kind of another little bonus about doing a four-cylinder conversion, is that the cars haven't been abused the way that a 5-liter car has. Now, maybe not abused, but not as enjoyed as a 5-liter car has been during its lifetime. So, you know, this car doesn't have subframe connectors on it, but it is super tight, and it's quiet in this interior. This interior is in immaculate shape, as you've probably seen as well, and this is a really nice car. So I'm hoping that the owner is going to be just as happy. I'm sure his daughter is going to be ecstatic when she sees it. Again, if you haven't been following along, this build has actually been for her and a surprise. So she's overseas currently, and when she comes back this summer, she's going to be surprised with the car, and pretty nice surprise. So good on you, James, for doing something so cool for your daughter. So the car is idling super nicely, transmission shifts smooth, and the car just overall is a really nice driver. So I think the owner and his daughter are going to be really happy with the cruiser that works, and a cruiser that can smoke those tires and get up and go. So this is going to conclude our test drive and our Project 428. So thank you guys again for following along and all your feedback and support throughout this project. There's a lot more projects on their way. In fact, I got another car getting delivered probably in the next 30 minutes as I'm speaking. So stay tuned for all of that. What's up, guys? You can see a new purchase just showed up. It is a 4i. So like I said, I am going to do one final summary video, not necessarily on this project, but this project will be an example of doing a 5.0 swap to a 4-cylinder Foxbody. And you know, we'll talk about all the parts that are required, what you can reuse, what you shouldn't, talk about different budget options and carbureted versus fuel injected, all of those good things that could help you make a decision if you want to potentially 5.0 swap a Fox. So that's it. We're pulling back in the driveway here. Our test drive was successful. So what's up, guys? I got my paint suit on today, and was working on something not Mustang related, so I won't share that stuff with you guys. James, the owner of the 91 Coupe Project 428, stopped in and wanted to take his car for a little test drive. And he said he was just going to go up and down the road, so it's probably been about 10-15 minutes now. Maybe he's just enjoying it so much, he's like, I'm going to drive south to Mexico. Who knows what's going on, but hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is all right and he's just out there and enjoying himself. So we'll check back in and get his first impressions of how he feels the car's performing, because last time he drove that car, it had that anemic 2.3 four-cylinder motor in it. All right, so James made it back after about 20 minutes of his first test drive. So how was it?
Phenomenal. Better than expected. I had a grin on my face the whole time, and I'll probably have it for the next week. This is just incredible.
That's great. I actually didn't go for the ride because I'm covered in body dust here, and this way we get to get a, I guess, an unfiltered true reaction and everything else and feedback from it. So, but yeah, no, like I said, it was driving pretty good when I took it out.
It was driving phenomenal, and I took it on the highway.
All right.
And brought it around.
How was the alignment with the measuring tape? Not bad.
Fine. It was great. It was great. I don't even know whether it needs an alignment. It's driving so straight.
Oh.
And the braking was just phenomenal. It just feels so different from what I'm used to.
Big upgrade.
A big upgrade.
Yeah.
Just stability and safe. Like,
right.
I really felt safe in this car.
Right.
And the suspension and everything, it responded really well.
So the new shocks and struts were worth it.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Definitely, yeah. And it sounds good too.
Yeah, it's not overly loud. It's like a nice, just, you can hear it, but it's not annoying you at the same time.
That's right, right. And if you give it a little bit, it just gives that little bit more noise. Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. It's incredible.
Well, there you go. Kaylee, we got to figure out how we're going to reveal this to you, but once we do...
Can't wait for you to see this.
Well, stay tuned for that.